Okay, so here we are, and I have my sleeve pattern laying out onto the material on the two pieces that are right sides together. I do that because I want one to be opposite of the other one. Although in this case it doesn't matter too much, but I do always think about these things. So we're going to cut this free. And remember, when you have a pattern, try not to cut off, like I always do, the points on the pattern. There's a reason why there's a point. Those are for matching later. And in this case, I've kind of cut this a little too small, maybe, you think, but it won't be. I'm just going to follow my pattern. And you see that edge didn't matter because I'm cutting it off anyway. So there we go. If I'm coming down, and you'll see here I had a point, but I snipped it off at some point. So I just remember that I want it, and I'm going to cut one out. It's not that big a deal in this piece because it's so tiny. But when you're cutting a pattern, there's a reason why those are on there. Because later you're going to match that edge to another edge somewhere else, and you'd like to use those points of reference. So this velvet now becomes quite difficult to cut when it's small. And I'm going across the grain so it doesn't like to cut nearly as well. Don't worry too much about how this looks right now because it looks like the underlay. It'll all work out. This is not something you need to worry about. I'm going to show you exactly how I made mistakes and corrected them, and how you will too, and how you correct them. So now I've got a really rough cut piece. Clean off my table. So I have two sleeve pieces. Okay? And I have our dress. So in the center, if you see, there is the neck area. This is how we make the neck and attach the sleeves. So what I want to do is I want to pin this down right to the center. And I'm going to take some little small scissors and cut that out. So just make a point, cut around, follow it. I'm going to bring you up here so that you can see what I am doing, because it will help you to see that, to know. You see how I followed it right around and cut out this edge. So I'm going to put you there, and then you can watch me. I try to hold the material because it's such a tiny little area. And this doesn't have to be perfect, by the way. It's just simply cutting out this shape. Okay, come back in there and trim that a little bit. Okay, so now you see we have our area cut out. Let's move you back over here. Now then, one other thing. There is a line that is going down the center. Center front, center back. It's just across the neck area. I want to mark the center of the back. The reason why is because that will be my point where I can attach any laces or ribbons and know that it's in the back of the dress. So right here, how am I going to mark that? I'm going to mark it, in this case, with a black fabric marker. Very lightly draw on the inside of the fabric, not the outside, and I'm going to draw a line to match up. You see what I did? I put one small line. That line is my designation. This is the center of the back. And now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take my pins out. And I'm going to show you kind of where we are and what we're going to do. I'm going to take a little break, get organized, and I'll come right back.